The German Chancellor suffered a bruising too in Sunday's regional elections. Official results show many voters have turned their backs on Angela Merkel in favour instead of the anti-immigration Alternative for Germany party, the AfD.
SPD und CDU die Große Koalition SPD geführt bei 63 Sitzen und auch hier, wie schon in den beiden
Meine Damen und Herren, ich denke, das ist eine Atemzug.
Alternative for Germany performed best in Saxony, where it came second, securing more than 20% of the vote. Merkel's party is still the largest in that state, but its share of the vote shrunk considerably. Let's catch up Peter Oliver, now Europe correspondent on the line from Berlin. Hi there. And what's the reaction been then to these election results?
Hi. Well, we'll have a look at the daily newspapers here in Germany, and it's dominating the headlines. We start off with Bild. I'll try and get that so you can see the headline there. Was für ein Wahnsinn basically translates loosely as election madness, and they go on to explain what that election madness is underneath. The CDU, Angela Merkel's party, losing out in Baden-Württemberg, their heartland, really. Also, the AfD, Alternative for Deutschland, picking up seats in all three states that there are elections, and they say getting over 20% in Saxony-Anhalt. And I think we're going to see that by the time all the counting's done, they'll take almost a quarter of the vote there. On the front page of Die Welt, there's a picture of the Green Party candidate who won in Baden-Württemberg. That is a big win for them and a big loss for Angela Merkel's party, of course. They also talk about AfD getting into parliament in all three states. And Süddeutsche Zeitung, they didn't go with a picture or a pithy headline. They let the numbers do the talking. And these blue squares here that you can see, that's the proportion of the vote this Alternative for Deutschland took. Got to remember, they didn't exist 3 years ago, but they've certainly announced themselves on the political stage. And it has left Angela Merkel's CDU rocked quite a bit. We've seen some splits within the party, particularly from one party member, Erika Steinbeck. She was tweeting that the Chancellor's current refugee policy was akin to that of a dictator. We've also seen other candidates in the lead up to this election distancing themselves as far as they possibly could from the Chancellor's policies. But if Angela Merkel and the CDU were the losers overall, even though they did win some states, the big winners on the night were Alternative for Deutschland. And I caught up with their leader, Frau Petri, just after the results, or the preliminary results, had been announced. Well, they've certainly delivered something of a bloody nose to Chancellor Angela Merkel. 3 years ago, Alternative for Deutschland didn't exist. Now they're becoming the third party on the German political stage. A little earlier on, I spoke to their leader, Frauke Petri, what she makes about these most recent local elections.
We thought that our results might be quite good, but we were even better than we thought.
Now, you faced a lot of criticism in the lead up to these elections, a lot of accusations made about racism, accusations made against yourself and other leading figures. How do you think you've answered those critics with the results?
Well, I think that the discrimination against that we have experienced over the past months and also last weeks are nothing new for us, because it started already in 2013. We didn't take it personally. We went on with our campaign, and we think we will show in the months to come that AfD needs to be here, that Germany needs a new alternative, and I think that's us.
All of our international viewers, they just see AfD as an anti-immigrant party, an anti-refugee party. What else does AfD have?
We pushed forward a number of ideas for family policies, for energy policies, for example, also to make our tax system more transparent, which has been tried several times by the CDU but never happened. But in terms of currency policies, we think that a referendum about the euro is more than necessary. And yes, we should also talk about migration policy, because that is something that is capable to change the country on the whole. And people in Germany haven't even got the chance to discuss that on a broad public level.
One last question. Are you confident after this result going into next year's general election?
Oh yes, we are very confident. We're looking forward to the elections to come.
Well, Angela Merkel had dismissed AfD as small time going into these elections. She might have to recalibrate that opinion this morning. However, what we are looking at is they've received a lot of criticism. They received a lot of criticism and a lot of controversy was surrounding them going into these elections. That hasn't stopped them from picking up the votes, particularly in the region of Saxony-Anhalt, where it looks like they're going to take around a quarter of the vote there. They're not going to be in the state government. However, they may well be the strongest opposition that exists in any state in Germany in that particular region. We'll be looking to what they do there to see what they hope to be able to emulate on the national stage when it comes to the general election in 2017.
Yeah, Peter, thanks for the update there from Berlin. Let's take a bit more detailed look at the stats as they come through here. Merkel's party not only took a hit in Saxony, but suffered defeat in 2 other states too. In Baden, the Greens knocked the Christian Democrats into second place, and in Rhineland, the Social Democrats retained the top spot ahead of the ruling party. Well, the German media describes the results as Black Sunday for Angela Merkel. It's her first key election test, of course, on immigration.